I've come tonight to ask the board to adopt the 1015 model policies as written by the Department of Education, not the amendment policies that you're putting forth tonight. What are we talking about here? Teachers keeping student secrets from parents? Who do you think you are? Any adult conspiring with children to keep secrets from parents is up to no good. With this matter especially, one thing we can all agree on is the suicide statistics for trans-identifying people is much higher than average. So if our children are going towards an ideology, we should be informed. It is not only a professional duty, but a moral one. What happens if one of these students, God forbid, commits suicide, only to find out that the school has kept this information from the parents? I have 3 children. My eldest went to CCPS from K to 12. My daughter's a freshman at James River, and my son is 7th grade at Robius. For 3 years at Robius, my daughter dealt with gender ideology being pushed on her. I offered to contact the school many times. She always begged me not to. She didn't want to make waves. She didn't want the teachers and administrators to dislike her. So when she came to me in September and told me there was a boy in her locker room and she wanted me to act, I knew it was a big deal. I contacted the teacher who tried to play dumb. I talked to the assistant principal who put it all on this board. I was told that the girls were uncomfortable, then they could change elsewhere. The whims of one boy outweighing the wishes of many girls. I watched the November meeting and heard lots of comments about how we need to respect all students, make all students feel comfortable. Does that not include our female students? Do they not deserve to have their privacy, their sports? There's a reason we have sex-segregated bathrooms, locker rooms, and sports. It's not to protect the men. It is to protect the women. This is not about trans rights. This is about women's rights. So I'm asking you to protect our girls and get the men out of their spaces. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Mansfield. I'm the parent of 4 current CCPS students, a CCPS graduate myself, and a citizen of the Bermuda District. Last month, I was unable to come to the school board meeting, but I did get home in time to watch the majority of public comments. What I witnessed was a lesson in intimidation at its finest. I watched as citizens spoke in favor of protecting parental rights and protecting their children on the playing field and in bathrooms, only to be mocked, harassed, and interrupted both during and after they spoke. And this was just what I could hear on the TV. Not surprisingly, those actions were not reciprocated when citizens spoke in favor of keeping the current policy. This country was founded on the presumption of innocent until proven guilty. Yet the current policy automatically assumes that a parent or family will not be supportive, and by some of the comments last month, would immediately turn to abuse should the school notify them about gender identity situations. That assumption has the potential to cause permanent damage to a family's ability to be included in this life-altering period in their child's development, a time when parents could be an advocate but are never given the chance because of a fear, unfounded or not, of rejection or physical or emotional abuse. What right do our schools have to make that assumption? The idea that I would be denied the ability to be involved in any situation my child is experiencing is terrifying. And while my children have been fortunate to have phenomenal teachers, the idea that a teacher, counselor, administrator, or any other adult at my child's school would be allowed to deny my involvement is comical, given the number of teachers who are dismissed every year for inappropriate relationships with minors. At my child's high school alone, there have been 3 teachers fired or dismissed in the last few years because of inappropriate relationships with or activities involving students. That's 3 at just one school. The revised policy changes not only pave the way for those relationships to occur, but it actually encourages them. We all advocate for parental and family involvement in every area of our kids' education. We encourage parents to read, volunteer, donate, check parent view for grades, and meet with teachers. Someone make it make sense to me why this would be the only area where we throw that ideal out the window.
Thank you.